All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is final round back nine coverage of the Canadian National Disc Golf Championships, eh? It's brought to you by Play It Again Sports, and I'm your host, Luke Humphries. That was my Canadian joke right there. I saved it for now. We've got Thomas Gilbert, the Canadian, in the lead. Matt Bell cut the lead to 5 at the end of that front nine, though, so we'll see if that kind of jarred him at all, if he's got any emotions about what just happened. Casey Hanemayer parring the entire front nine. That's an irregularity right there. He had some nice scrambles, though, and Gillis trying to find a comfortable space. He's got a great swing we saw from that front nine. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Just started playing the game as we head into hole 10, par 4. Fantastic hole on this course. Players that are getting aggressive will go big forehand flip up, something understable that continues to push, or backhand turnover, or late flipping turnover. Roller also a possibility. This green, though, is crazy, though. Anytime you can get yourself inside the circle for a putt on this green, you have done a great job. That's for birdie, by the way, not just for double bogey like a lot of people. Matt Bell. Ooh. Wow, that disc is flying the wrong direction. Not what he was looking for right there. Thomas Gilbert now. This is a high-speed forehand disc right here. D2, I'd guess. That is what he's talking about. Get right, though. Oh, my goodness. Is she okay? She's fine. All right. She's okay. Wow, that was... Dang. Discs are hard. I suppose she probably shouldn't have been standing there, but they don't have guys like Thomas coming out here to the course very often, I'd assume. People probably thought they were safe to stand there. So, glad she's all right. Oh, Gillis has so much power with that forehand, but he needed to keep that on hyzer. Kicks back into the fairway, though. That's fantastic. Casey now from where his drive landed. That's what he's looking for. Come on. Oh, well, opens up the angle. Great dodging by the crew. That little bunch of people is staying on their toes. Now, Matt, this is a bad spot. This is a putter back to the fairway. Wow. That's a dire situation. Oh, he went through the fairway. There he is right there on that tree as we see Gillis just chip it back into the fairway. Smart play from him. You could get aggressive from there, and it's not an easy hole or the type of hole you want to get aggressive on. Matt getting aggressive, though. Per the usual. Going super flippy roller. Doesn't look super stoked about the result. Wow. Thomas gets it inside the circle. He'll have an uphill putt from there. Thumber from Casey. We hadn't seen that from him yet. Puts it to the edge of circle 2. Maybe just outside. All right, this is Gillis' third. Great little hit on that sign right there. Great shot from Matt Bell. Casey as well. We've seen Casey do that about 5 times this round, and typically it's just not what you want to be doing. There we go. Thomas Gilbert stretching it back out to 6 strokes, and it'll be 7 by the time Matt Bell taps in his bogey. Still lots of golf to play, and holes like this present two-stroke swings throughout this back nine, so let's not call this thing over yet. It's only 191 feet, this 11th, but there's tons of out of bounds wrapping the entire hole, even going behind the green, so no real good place to bail out for these players. They just want to set a soft putter down 25 feet short of the basket, slide it up.
Oh my god, you did it again. Oh, hardest hole in the course, that's the way.
Looked like he landed in bounds. Kick to the left. Go in. Oh. Stop. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, probably got saved by that guy's foot. That's a safe call. It's so hard to tone it down to 191 feet while hitting a gap. Do it. Oh, Matt Bell. Oh, yeah. Go in. Pull hit from Casey Hanemayer. That's perfect little flex, stable putter shot from him. Thomas will just jump putt this approach. No problem. This be a big birdie right here. Wow. Underneath the branch from Matt Bell. The furthest place you can still be in on this hole. See if Gillis can match that. Man, that popcorn of his, it didn't grab the chains. Not a bad looking putt though. Looked like he committed to it. OB everywhere. Didn't leave it short. Casey drops in his birdie. Doesn't give Gillis a chance to sneak into that third place position as we head into hole 12. Very unique hole here. Hillcrest Farms, uphill drive. Some players will opt for the forehand out the gap just to make sure that they're into this grassy area. Players throwing backhand can get it all the way up to here, just short of this very unique pond with an island on it that, as we saw in round one, is in bounds if you happen to land there. Players will then try to navigate to a basket about 100 feet past the basket they just flew to right there, up into the trees. That was the basket we played in 2019.
Yeah, good shot.
Pure shot from Matt Bell. Worked it left to right out the gap. That 657 playing more like 800, as I stated in round one. And we saw early release from Casey, but he really gets away with it. Stays on the edge. He'll have a play not at the green, but definitely over the pond. Early release from Thomas as well. I think he's in a similar position to Casey in terms of not being able to access the green, but not being in that much trouble. All right, let's see what this youngster's got.
Yeah, that's
Wow. Dude, flies over Matt Bell's disc, probably 50, 60 feet further. That's a huge forehand. That's what I was wondering. If he hits the angles right, what's he got? Backhand and forehand, very impressive from Gillis.
Don't hit that.
Go. Oh, okay. The one tree to miss, he nicks it, clears the lake nonetheless. Not a simple up and down from there, but he should be able to save par. Now Matt Bell, after a great drive. flipping one up. Getting way down there. Thomas is going to get aggressive. Throwing full speed disc right here. He's got a 6-stroke lead. And that one just early released. Headed straight for the woods. Is that a red flag they gave him? Gillis going for a huge Hanemayer release flex shot. Got the claps. Probably up for a putt, and Thomas definitely not out of bounds. It doesn't look like. Oh, my goodness. He called it right out of the hand. No, don't do that. That's what you can't plan on. That tree hit fine. I'm 18 feet away from the basket now. Now he's pitching up from 100 and, 100 like he's been doing all around. Unfortunate for Casey, just a little bit off. This would be a fantastic birdie. Man, just a little bit right. Kind of tells me it's a timing tempo thing from Gillis, and he'll learn to calm down and feel those putts out more as he plays and competes and puts himself in positions just like this. Great par from Thomas. Casey's snacking and putting. I like that. That's definitely my style. Headed into hole number 13. It's the one on the right. We're not going to fly to it, but you see the gap. Very narrow. Extended from the previous hole. So it's definitely a tricky shot. And if you kick over here by this other basket, look at what you're dealing with. A forest in between you and the other basket. Double kick. You love to hear that double kick. Means it stayed pretty close to that initial one. Thomas just going putter here. Foot. Also gets somewhat of a double kick. Not as good as Matt's, I don't think, but he may have an opportunity to save that par. You just do not want to get off the fairway on this hole. Yes. Oh, man. What a time to step up and throw a shot like that. Oh my goodness, what is that gentleman doing? Running across the fairway while a disc is nearly acing the basket. Man. Enthusiastic fans, I have no qualms with. I just don't want to see the game interrupted or affected in any way, you know what I'm saying? It's a tricky little hyzer approach. He's just going to jump putt it. Little runner jumper. Didn't get much ground play. Left at circle's edge now. Wow. You want to win big events, you make putts just like that for par when it counts. Thomas showing he's on a mission. Nice birdie from Casey. Got the ace run and the birdie. That's the dual threat combo right there you want. There we go. Nice birdie from Gillis. Little smile there. I'm sure that relieves a little tension. Headed into a great par 5. We'll see if that gets his round started. I referenced it. Par 5, hole 14. Players are throwing down the hallway, looking to get past this group of trees on our left right now. Anything past that opens up this fairway as we move right. Accessing this left fairway is preferred. Much larger, you can use the height much better as well. Players do sometimes go down that right side, but it is sketchy and you risk kicking into the woods. Left to right finish uphill into this green. Very challenging par 5. Birdies are earned on this hole. It starts with a good tee shot. Almost hyzered back. Not a terrible kick. Looked to be on the edge. Casey early released this disc 2 holes ago. Doesn't do that this time. Gets tight with that line, and that is chef's kiss. Center cut. He'll be looking to birdie this hole from there for sure. Matt Bell putting steep hyzer on that disc, and if it stays right there, he's okay, really. Birdie's still possible. Overcooked by Thomas. It travels into the rough there. We'll see how far he went in, but that did not look great. Early release, excuse me. He wanted to Anheuser that one through the early gap, I'm sure. Thomas left to just chip out. Might be pinched off by that group of trees. Now, what is Matt Bell doing here? He's going early gap. Crazy man. Pays off. He's going to need to get big from there if he wants that birdie. And now Casey from that drive. Oh, yes. Come on.
Oh, right behind it? Yeah.
Heard him say right behind it. Didn't see exactly where that landed. We'll have to check. Thomas going big sky Anheuser. This is his 500 Falcor. He won some distance competitions with that disc this year.
Oh. I think it fell directly straight down.
Didn't get it to pan back out. He was taking it over that entire left side, and it sounded like the chatter was positive until it connected with those trees.
Where's the turn? Come on.
Gillis asking for some turn. His disc hyzering into the rough as well. We'll see where that one ended up. Matt Bell going, roller that could have worked out, but it just clipped too early. Moves him into that narrow right fairway. We are really seeing the teeth of this hole come into play as Gillis has left a forehand. Roller that one out of the rough. Now Casey, he's got an opportunity. Hyzer back. Straddled out with a bush in front of him. He was forced to high release that, which is almost impossible to do, and have a hyzer angle. Just forces players into a position they can't throw. And Thomas Gilbert is not advancing on that shot and risking losing some strokes to the field right here. I know he's got a 6-stroke lead, but it's never safe. We got holes to play. hoping that birdie from hole 13 kind of sprung Gillis into something. He's having some discouraging moments here on hole 14, which is easy to do. Like I said, birdies here are earned. And Thomas, wild recovery shot. After that forehand roller went 15 feet, he is parked. He'll take that. That's a touchy bid from Gillis. Ooh, little Anheuser bid. If you're 100 feet out on this basket, it's a great opportunity to give it a run. You've got the backstop right there. Discs aren't going anywhere. All right, that's a nice putt. Fortunate double bogey for Gillis. Drop back to +4. Matt Bell also taking a bogey. That aggressive backhand roller he threw on his third just didn't work out and cost him. Doesn't lose any ground to the leader, but at this point he needs to make up a stroke or two a hole. Running out of time as we head into hole number 15, par 3, 292. I believe it's a little bit further than that, but it's a hyzer shot for these righties. We throwing fairway drivers, looking to skip, move left. And it's a pretty stock shot. All these guys licking their chops heading into hole 15. All right. Asking for it and getting it. Yeah, just slightly early from Matt. Turns into a tricky hole if you don't get past this gap about 100 feet off the tee.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, got my nail backwards.
Thomas saying it bent his nail backwards, released that disc, and then exclaimed in some pain. This is what you want. Oh, yeah. 22-footer for Gillis. Now Thomas, we'll see if that affects him in these further shots. If he's got a finger injury that's going to be preventing him from throwing comfortable shots the rest of this round, I don't know if a 6-stroke lead is enough. Wow, great recovery shot from Matt Bell. Put himself 20 feet away from the basket. Now this is Thomas's par attempt. I don't think he's anywhere near the basket. Okay. It'll be a bogey for Thomas. And if Matt can hit his par putt, he'll get one stroke closer. He may have a game. Unfortunate from Casey. After that great drive, now Gillis for birdie. Yeah. He's got birdies in 2 of the last 3 holes, sandwiched a double bogey in there, but I think he's got some stuff to be positive about. Matt Bell does indeed grab that par. It'll be a 5-stroke gain. 3 holes left. He'll need better than a stroke a hole if he wants to catch Thomas Gilbert, but we've seen crazier things happen. It is far from over. Headed into hole 16, just a beautiful hole here. Par 3, 377, plays a little downhill, but you've got that ceiling that you got to worry about as well. This is not the basket that we're going to play to. The one we're playing is just over the crest of that hill, I do believe. No, that is the basket. We're playing a tee pad behind that. That looks so good.
Oh, yeah, go in.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, if this kid figures out how to do that on a consistent basis, he's going to be threatening to win big events in his future. Casey just gets that one a little nose up. Great little kick back into the fairway, though. On a hole like this, that's the difference in a stroke. Wow, Matt Bell, a little penetrating line. Got real low with it.
Good shot.
That's a great shot from him. All right, so he's got a chance at birdie. Thomas knows that he's got to match that at least. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Look at that thing. It's over there by a whisker. It's not that bad. Just found some lanes and ended up maybe giving him an opportunity, as we see Casey with yet another 110-foot putter layup. That's I feel for you. Oh, are you kidding me? You're never going to beat him if he's doing that. If his disc is getting to that position after the release that it had, and he's hitting putts like that, good luck beating him. In Canada and US and Finland, doesn't matter where. When Thomas Gilbert gets hot, he's one of the best in the world. Good par from Casey. Nice birdie from Matt. Thought it was going to be to pick up a stroke. Instead, it's just to match. But it'll take a miracle at this point, guys. But they do happen. Okay. He's throwing that disc, that mid-range, extremely well. Very talented mid-range thrower, obviously. Matt Bell getting more aggressive, going high speed. It's a understable disc that's, oh my goodness.
How flippy is that thing?
You don't see it every day. Oh my. I think as long as you don't hear trees on this hole, you're taking it. Oh yeah, great release from Casey. A little low, but poking into the open. Okay. Going thumber from here. All right. That is the edge of circle 2 that he's looking at there. So he's about 70 feet away from the basket. And it's a very treacherous green. Bell going big forehand. Flat to hyzer, about 35 feet high. Looks like he's ended up on the putting green. Oh, that is really, really pretty from Gillis. It's not as close as it looks, though. Thought you parked that one, bud. Thomas just throwing a putter and hyzer back into the fairway. He knows all he needs to do here is minimize mistakes. Take a par, a bogey if necessary, just no doubles or anything. Well, Thomas. Okay, good tree. Right as I was talking about how smart you were being. Just a pitch up. Doesn't look like any of our competitors are going to be taking the birdie. Oh, excuse me. That was out of order. Matt Bell for the birdie. Maybe to keep a Hail Mary intact. Five strokes in one hole is a little much to make up. If Thomas can make this, I think he's got himself a deep breath and an easy hole between him and a trophy for his country's national championship. From beginning to end, Thomas Gilbert showing that it's done on the putting green. With a proper routine and a confident stroke, you can win anywhere. Hole 18, par 5. We don't have the drone coverage, but it is a beauty. Starts with a valley that these players are throwing over. And look at this. All of a sudden, he just decided he knows how to pure tunnels. If he played, Gillis, extremely well, man. These last few holes have been fun to watch. We know what you're capable of now. Matt Bell using every inch of that left side. That's a great shot from him. Very nearly did, but stays in the middle. I think birdie's out of play, but can't get himself in too much trouble from the middle of that fairway. All right, Casey. Yeah. There's a lot of things that Casey's going to be able to learn from this round. Tendencies that he's understanding and watching himself doing that'll make him a better player in the future. One of those is his tendency to pull over. So we see Thomas going for a big old flex shot. And maybe somebody jumping in the way of it. Trying to avert it. I'm sure avert the flight of it, but little pulled from Casey again, hits that tree, drops in a decent position again though. This will just be a pitch up to a landing zone. And day's almost done, bud. Great shot from Matt. Yeah, there's no real way to get aggressive on this hole. A second shot, proper second shot, is more of a layup shot than it is a go for something. Gillis letting that one leak right, and it's going to cost him a clean shot at that green.
Oh, shoot.
What the heck, Thomas? I don't think that one was positive. I think does negative yardage and angle. But now he's going for a completely different shot, going all the way up the hill.
Huh.
A lot of claps for it. Once you get up to the top of the hill, it's a much easier hallway, but it takes a huge forehand to get to the top of that. You got to be in good position as well. Just a position play there from Casey, unfortunately. Now Matt. Yeah, go. This is the look at the green here. Don't. Golly. That thing was circle's edge for a second. Really. We're attempting the roller. No, the Sky Annie flex shot. Okay. Pretty well done there. Getting very creative from Gillis. Hold that angle. Yeah, he needed that thing to continue anning. Casey's just been in a lot of tricky positions here on 18. He's ready for this thing to be over. Oh, sit. That's headed down the hill. Beautiful shot from Gillis there to finish his tournament. Casey still chipping 4 hands away on this one. There we go. You know he wanted that one. I don't know that anybody loves circle twos more than Matt Bell. Now, Thomas. He's going to putt it. Some would say lay it up. He's going to make it happen out of the bush. All right, so double bogey from Casey, but that doesn't take away from his incredible performance this week, grabbing a podium finish here at his country's national championship. Congratulations to Matt Bell on a second-place finish, and there is your champion, the 2022 Canadian National Disc Golf Champion.
It's with our great honor to congratulate Thomas Gilbert as the 2022 Canadian National Champion. Thank you, Thomas.
I just want to give a quick moment to thank all of you guys for coming out here. It made it so exciting today. I really felt the energy of the crowds. This place is really, really special to me. PEI is a course I came to in 2018, and it's been a dream course ever since. This is one of my favorite places in the entire world, and I'm so glad to share it with you guys. So thank you.
Incredible stuff from Thomas Gilbert, checking one off the list in a big way there, I'm sure. Taking it down by 3 over Matt Bell, Casey Hanemayer, and Gillis MacDougall rounding out those top 4. Here is the final leaderboard. Jake Hebenheimer jumping up a couple spots there with that -2 final round. Played tough though. Thomas and Matt Bell, the only other guys getting under par on this Hillcrest Farms layout. Thank you guys for joining us for the 2022 Canadian National Disc Golf Championships. Brought to you by Play It Again Sports. You've been watching GK Pro. I'm Luke Humphries. We'll see you again.